Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Awards Gambit. I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everybody enjoyed the Golden Globes on Sunday. I know I did. Today, I will be doing a video predicting the SAG Award nominations, which will be announced at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So, in literally less than 12 hours. But here we are, doing some last minute predictions, and I hope you all enjoy my takes. We've got a big week this week for the guilds. Tomorrow is not only the SAG Award nomination announcements, but also the DGA nomination announcements. And Friday the 12th is the PGA nomination announcements. So we got some more nominations this week. The SAG Awards are not until the end of February, I believe, so we still have like a month and a half left to go. But why don't we go ahead and get started with my predictions? For Best Ensemble and a Motion Picture, my predicted nominees are Oppenheimer, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, American Fiction, and Saltburn. And for my spoilers, I have Poor Things, The Color Purple, and Air. I personally would love to see any of these top 5 win. They all have incredible ensembles. It's a little early to tell who is going to win this one right now, but if I had to guess, I would go with either Barbie or Oppenheimer. I feel like a lot of people are probably predicting Poor Things and The Color Purple to get in, but I decided to go with American Fiction and Saltburn because I remember Yorgos Lanthimos' most recent film, The Favorite, was snubbed in 2019. So I feel like that might happen to Poor Things too, even if it gets multiple acting nominations. And The Color Purple has just kind of been underperforming everywhere. And also, that was a late release. It hadn't been screened to many people for like a really long time. And sometimes movies get screwed over in that way with the SAG Awards. I remember it happened to like Little Woman and If Beale Street Could Talk, presumably. So that's why I decided to go with American Fiction and Saltburn. I feel like those two maybe are a little bit more SAG friendly, and Saltburn's popularity is only rising every day. So, yeah, that's what I have for Best Ensemble right now. For Best Leading Actor, my predicted nominees are Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, and Coleman Domingo for Rustin. And my spoilers are Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, Barry Keoghan for Saltburn, and Zac Efron for The Iron Claw. It was tough narrowing down this top 6 to a top 5, but I decided to leave out Leonardo DiCaprio because I feel like he could definitely miss somewhere out of all the precursors, so maybe it would be SAG. I just remember a few years ago he didn't get in for Don't Look Up, even though Don't Look Up got into Ensemble. So maybe that could happen again this year with Killers of the Flower Moon. I kind of feel like Murphy, Giamatti, and Cooper are all locks to get nominations. And I feel like American Fiction and Jeffrey Wright's performance are very SAG friendly. And even though Rustin is kind of dead, no one's really talking about that movie anymore. SAG does tend to enjoy biopics and performances in biopics. And it's also a Netflix film, Rustin. And we know that SAG loves Netflix. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be streaming this year on Netflix. So that's why I decided to put Coleman Domingo in for Rustin. But I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Leonardo DiCaprio took either Jeffrey Wright or Coleman Domingo slot. And in terms of who I think is going to win, it's too early to tell right now, but I think it is definitely going to be between the 3 locks of Murphy, Giamatti, and Cooper. For Best Leading Actress, my predicted nominees are Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Emma Stone for Poor Things, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, Margot Robbie for Barbie, and Annette Bening for Nyad. And for my spoilers, I have Natalie Portman for May December, Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, and Greta Lee for Past Lives. I feel good about this top five. I think maybe Natalie Portman can take Annette Bening's spot. Both May December and Naiad are Netflix films, so I think one of them is definitely going to get in. But I decided to go with Annette because I feel like that performance is more SAG friendly, especially because it's a biopic and it's very transformative. Ultimately, I think that this race is going to come down to Lily Gladstone and Emma Stone for the win, and that race could be a real nail biter. I hope it is. For supporting actor, my predicted nominees are Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, Charles Melton for May December, Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things, and Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction. And for my spoilers, I have Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Willem Dafoe for Poor Things, and Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers. So I feel pretty good about the top four here. I decided to put Sterling K. Brown in my fifth spot because I feel like he's such a well-liked and well-respected actor these days. SAG Awards love him. He's won 4 SAG Awards before, 1 individual and 3 for ensemble. But I definitely would not be surprised if Robert De Niro took that fifth spot. And I think in the end, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the one to take this award. I think he's definitely going to sweep all 4 precursors and eventually win the Oscar too. For Best Supporting Actress, my predicted nominees are Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, Julianne Moore for May December, and Jodie Foster for Naiad. And for my spoilers, I have Viola Davis for Air, America Ferrera for Barbie, and Rosamund Pike for Saltburn. I really like this top 5. I think this could easily end up being the 5 Oscar nominees. But for SAG, I think any 2 of the 3 spoilers could take those last 2 spots that I currently have Julianne Moore and Jodie Foster in. I feel like those 3 performances, Viola Davis, America Ferrera, and Rosamund Pike, they feel a little bit more populist, and SAG tends to be more populist with their nominations. But I picked Moore and Foster because they gave such incredible performances. Like I said, I think they're going to get in at the Oscars. And also, they're Netflix films. SAG loves Netflix. An interesting comparison that I was thinking about when making these nomination predictions, I feel like Naiad is kind of like the Hillbilly Elegy of this year, whereas it's getting into supporting actress in a lot of places, getting into leading actress in some places. And so I decided to put Jodie Foster and Annette Bening in here, but I only think Jodie Foster is going to get the Oscar nomination, just like Glenn Close just got the Oscar nomination. Amy Adams did not. And they're both Netflix movies, both not super popular anymore, or really ever were. I think Divine Joy Randolph is going to end up winning this award. I think that she's probably going to sweep all 4 precursor awards. But I could also see Emily Blunt winning this award. We know that SAG loves her, and she won in 2019 for A Quiet Place, which was quite a shocker. So if Divine Joy Randolph was to lose anywhere, maybe it would be here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to make it in to the SAG Awards when the nominations are announced tomorrow. Super exciting. We're deep in awards season. I will be hopefully going live tomorrow to react to these nominations. Stay tuned for more videos. We've got many award shows coming up. Critics' Choice and Emmys are next week. So hopefully I would like to cover a bit of that. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to email me any questions to awardsgambit@gmail.com. Also check me out on Instagram. I just created an Instagram for the Awards Gambit. So feel free to go ahead and follow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I will catch you next time on the Awards Gambit.